Welcome to another episode of your favorite libertarian. This is part of a multi-part series. This is on the Aero Precision 10.5-inch A2 build that I'm doing. This is round 2 at this point of accessories that we've been adding to this, mods if you will. And in this video we're going to be showing you what those are, showing you tips and tricks on how to install those particular items. We'll also give you an idea of the pricing, and at the end we'll have a total of the build so far as price goes. I think you're really gonna dig it. Are you ready? Here we go. Alright, so here are the mods that we're going to be doing today to this build. First of which is the carry handle mount. This is by UTG, and before anyone goes, oh wait a minute, UTG, I don't know about this. The mount that I had for this particular red dot was a UTG mount. It was just a 1-inch riser and never lost air, never had any issues. So hopefully I'll have the same luck with this UTG mount, but I'll roll in where I got this, how much it cost, all that good stuff right now. All right, and voila. There she is. A pretty straightforward installation, so I don't think I really need to go through that. There's a hole in this carry handle, and then the thread for this rail goes through that hole. There's a nut on the other side with a crush washer. You just tighten this up, make sure this is nice and straight and level, because if it's not, you can still tighten it down crooked, and then it'll look like everything's all messed up and something, you know, like your front sight post is crooked or something, but it's actually this. So I actually installed this where it was canted a little bit, and I was like, oh crap, is my front sight post canted? And I was like, oh no, it's just this. So I had to loosen it and make sure this was nice and flat, and then no issues. It's all nice and straight now. Everything's good. I already used blue Loctite for this so that this isn't going anywhere. And I also put on my Bushnell TR25 and blue Loctited that and witness marked everything. So we're good there. What do you guys think? Next up, we are going to install the MOE trigger guard. And this is black. It's already got a little bit of Loctite type material on the threading for this one, so we're good here. What I was interested in finding out is with this Aero Precision metal or alloy trigger guard that you have here, I wasn't sure if they Loctited it, so I wasn't sure how hard I'd have to unscrew this, but it wasn't too bad. There were 3 screws, and I just took my little Allen key and removed those. Take off my trigger guard, and there it is close up. Really nice trigger guard. The only problem with it is that this doesn't sit flush with these wings here, so I was getting some rubbing on my middle finger when I was holding this, because all my guns, regardless of if it's a rifle or a handgun, I just grip it as high as I can. That's just a training scar, I guess you could say. So this has got to go, unfortunately. It's really nice, but it just isn't working out, so I'm going to install this way cheaper option instead. All right, so a few things that we're going to need. We will need a little Allen key for the front screw here. Just tighten it in. It's pretty straightforward there. We'll also need a couple punches, a hockey puck or something else to stabilize these wings, and a hammer. This is a different design as far as installation goes than the Aero, so instead of screwing something in the back, you will have to knock in a roll pin. And with that, I like to start with the hammer in the roll pin, boom, 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 and then when it gets closer, go to a larger than the hole diameter, just tap that in a little bit closer to it. And lastly, I go with a punch that fits through this hole, so I can tap it in a little bit past the hole. I won't bore you with, but you know, tap, 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 and then it's in. And this is a huge improvement. My knuckle right here is no longer rubbing against this wing, so it's much more comfortable. And I think technically a little bit lighter, which don't really care that much about that, but it's an added bonus. Next, we're going to install the mag coupler. All you'll need for this is a flathead screwdriver. And here are the instructions. Go ahead and pause it so you can check those out. What you want to make sure you do is have the front in the front and the back in the back. Screw in from the back and line up these little lines with the lines in the magazine and the lines in the mag coupler. I'll show you what I mean with the actual mag coupler. So here's the mag coupler. This is what the front of the mag coupler looks like. This is what the rear of the mag coupler looks like. So you can see you've got mag link on the back and 30-1 right here. I've also witness marked these screws once I've tightened them down, so I know that they're walking out if they're walking out, or if they're staying where they're supposed to be. You also want to make sure you don't over tighten this, because if you do, you could crack the mags, you could crack the mag coupler. Not fun. Now, this is also very important. When you are putting the mag coupler with the mags, or I guess linking the mags with the mag link, you want to make sure your primary magazine clicks in and you are not impeding the movement of your dust cover. If you do, that's bad. It will give you all sorts of ejection issues and you're not going to have a good time. Also, you want to make sure that you can still get to your magazine release, and then on the other side, you want to make sure that you can still get to your bolt catch, bolt release. You shouldn't have any issues. This is a mil spec bolt catch, bolt release. I would think that if you had an extended one and it went behind this magazine, you might have some issues, but just something to keep in mind there. Otherwise, should be all good. You can either run it like this on this side if you want more weight on this side at first, or you can do it the other way. I would probably run it this way, just so you're shooting and then you're loading it like you would if you're grabbing from a mag carrier somewhere. You probably go from left to right. Dudes, I mean, come on. Look at this thing. It is rad. Let me know if you agree in the comment section below. So, a couple things I want to just quickly review. Trigger guard, way better, no rubbing on the knuckle. Mag link, super dope. And this mount is really nice because it gives me the ability to have a red dot a little bit higher up, and if for whatever reason this red dot fails, I can just hunch down a little bit and see through my iron sights as well. And I think it looks pretty cool. I think it just looks like kind of retro meets futuristic, if you know what I mean. I still have one more thing that I want to do to this, and besides maybe upgrade the optic. I just installed it and I'm already talking about upgrading it. Yeah. Besides that, I still need to get some type of light mount combo for this. And I've gotten a couple suggestions so far, none that I'm in love with. I really want not just a mount suggestion, but also a mount and light combination suggestion. Now, I've just been running this like I would in low light long gun class when I'm having to use a handheld with a rifle or a AR pistol. So, you know, a couple of these, or one of these. I'd really prefer to have a way of attaching this to this setup. So let me know in the comment section below what you recommend. I don't want to spend mod light prices on the flashlight for this, because this is going to be like a bag truck gun type setup. I would like something that's relatively inexpensive, still gives me good lumens, good candela, and good runtime. I was looking at the Streamlight Polytax, so let me know if you've got any experience with those in the comment section and what mount would be good for that. I want to make sure it's pushed pretty much right up to where that muzzle device ends and the barrel threading ends as well, so that way I'm not getting any carbon buildup or anything on the lens, but I can push it out as far as possible to not have any type of shadow from the muzzle device itself. Well, we've added some accessories, so now we've got a new total cost for this build. Do you guys want to know what it is? All right, well, I'll roll it in right now. Stay tuned for further testing. There's a few things I want to test out. I want to make sure that this particular mount for this optic, all of this works together, no issues with holding zero, and I'm going to also be sighting in the iron sights, sighting in this red dot, and I'm going to be testing out this mag coupler setup and these mags. I haven't actually run these Magpul mags in the range sessions that you've seen. I've only run the D&H GI style mags and the Lancer mags that I have, so Now that I have these and I have the mag coupler on, I want to, one, make sure that the Magpul mags run, just in general, but also I want to make sure with this clamp on here, I'm not squeezing the magazine so much that I'm pinching the rounds and the rounds aren't able to feed. So I want to make sure all that stuff works as well. Well, it's going to do it for me and my Aero Precision 10.5 inch A2 style build so far. It's a series. If you haven't seen any of the other videos in this series, I highly suggest you check those out on my channel. I'll have a playlist at the end of this video so you can check all those out, along with a bunch of different playlists for different things that I do on the channel. And if you'd like to subscribe, that helps a lot, and I'd be glad that you did. Also, if you like this video, I'd appreciate the like, that helps a lot. If you'd like to be notified of new videos on this or otherwise, make sure to click that notification bell. If you have any suggestions on future videos or just want to leave a comment, I always enjoy reading those. Leave those comments in the comment section below. If you'd like to support my channel monetarily. And as always, thanks for watching, stay free, God bless.